Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rhonda. This is Yarn Cord DIY. Um, Sorry if my throat's a little scratchy. It's been a crazy month. I think last I checked in, I had let you guys know that my dog had passed away and that was hitting me really hard. And I was going to try and post more consistently. And although it's only, I think, been a week or two since that video, I already missed a week. I was grieving. I still am grieving, but I am getting to a better place. And so I wanted to try and do my best to get videos back out. Unfortunately, I haven't been crocheting. I haven't really been doing anything that I enjoy consistently enough to make a vlog, make a video, do any of that stuff. So I'm just going to talk to you guys about my plans to try and get myself back on track, and what I have done in the few days that I've started this plan, and just track that and see where it goes. This video is just going to be the start of it. I need to come up with a few things that I need to work on. So yeah, let's talk about that. So as you guys know, I have been unemployed since September. It is now April, end of September, so September 27th. It is now April, so October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Okay. I've been employed for like 7 months. Whew, I thought it was like 4 or 5. So seven hit kind of hard. Um, However, I will say I always felt like there was a little something holding me back, knowing that Hades was sick, and I didn't want to spend the last months of his life away from him at a in-office 8-hour-a-day job. So I was primarily focusing at that point on remote jobs, which are harder to find, admittedly, and especially in this job market. So I wasn't holding myself too harshly when I wasn't getting a job in the expected time frame or anything. I've done some gig work, I've done some side work. I got a part-time job at a roller rink, and I have like a little bit of income coming in, and that definitely helped ease my stress and ease my mind. And as heavy as this sounds, having a little part-time job made me feel less useless and less like a loser, because as much as I know that I'm trying and I'm doing my best, it's hard. And I was feeling really down on myself for a while. Um, Towards the end of Hades' health, I definitely stopped enjoying life a little bit. I wasn't able to do things I enjoyed as much as I used to. I stopped crocheting as much. I completely stopped going to the gym. I didn't go to the gym for about a month. I just stayed home, and I became almost obsessive about spending time with Hades. And especially once I realized that his time was going to be faster than I had predicted and coming sooner, I was like, I cannot leave. I cannot go anywhere. I need to spend time with him. I need to make sure he knows he's loved. I need to spend every moment with him. And that's what I did, and I have zero regrets. Um, but now that has passed, and I have given myself a couple weeks to just feel everything in all of its weight and all of its heaviness and all of its sadness, and I let myself cry when I need to. I think it's time that I need to start getting back on a schedule, start getting back on a plan, start doing the things that I enjoy again, because this isn't healthy. I know it's not healthy. I'm in therapy, and they know it's not healthy. And I think it's just time. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about my plan about getting my life back on track. So, as I said, I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't crocheting anything. I would try and start a project and then I would lose interest, or I could only do like a few rows or a stitch, and then I would just into nothingness and like not be able to work. The project that took the most neglect is my temperature blanket. I basically didn't do any work on it for the entire month of March. I made a point to document the temperatures, which I am proud of myself for that. I had an alarm on my phone, so it would say like document the temperature. I would take a screenshot of that day and send it to myself, or come into the room and write it down. But when the time came that I wanted to start working on this, which was just a few days ago, I had all the temperatures at least. I just had 29 plus days of work to catch up on. Luckily, as you can see, I have caught up on the entire month of March. So, all I need to do is finish the border, which I should have plenty of border color yarn, and then I will give you guys a reveal of my temperature blanket whenever that is finished. It might not be this video, probably the next video, because that's a lot of blanket, a lot of ends to weave in, and this video is coming out in like 2 days, and I'm not going to stress myself out trying to get it finished in time, because I'm not stressing myself out about anything right now. My whole focus is getting to a baseline normalcy, a baseline happiness, no stress. That's the plan. So I am working on this. A few other things that fell to the back burner. I stopped reading. I made a whole part 1 for a book blanket series. I did good in January. I did good in February. Halfway through, I just stopped. I was not retaining anything that I read. I was not mentally there. I could not bring myself to put myself in these fantasy books, in these fantasy worlds, and finish these stories. So I just stopped reading. I am currently in the middle of Onyx Storm. I think I'm like 30 or 45% through. Gotta remember because I read some last night. I finished Iron Flame in February, started Onyx Storm, started 2 other books, and then just couldn't find joy in anything. So I stopped reading altogether. So my plan for the book blanket, I'm going to try and read 3 books by the end of May so I can add more rows to this blanket. And do a part 2 for that book series, because I started a series and then, fell off the face of the earth. So that's my other plan. So far we have finished this temperature blanket and catch up on books and update the book blanket. I do have some books I've already finished, like Iron Flame, that I just haven't added to it, and that will all be in the part 2, and I'll do a book review, and that will be exciting. Something else that I started was I'm doing a tote bag that is 3 granny squares for my niece. And something interesting about that is I had the yarn picked out, but I didn't want to order online, and I was hoping I would be able to catch some at Joann before, all their shelves were empty. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So I ended up getting yarn at Walmart. It is Mainstays 100% cotton yarn. And honestly, not bad. I like the way it flows. I like how easy it works up. I like the softness of it compared to Lily Sugar and Cream or the Peaches and Cream. Um, so yeah, let me know if you guys would like for me to do an honest review video of that, or even a comparison of the Walmart brand 100% cotton versus the Lily Sugar and Cream 100% cotton. The Mainstays, not the Peaches and Cream versus Lily Sugar and Cream, because those are basically the same thing. The Mainstays 100% cotton versus the Lily Sugar and Cream 100% cotton. Because I do have 2 ideas for tote bags that both need to be made out of cotton. Just let me know. But But as far as crocheting goes, that's really it. I mean, and that's what you guys are here for, right? So that's the plan for those. If you guys have any other ideas you would like to see, let me know. I was able to grab a bunch of Juicy Couture yarn before my yarn completely emptied the shelves again. I went back and they had some of the newer colors. I was able to get the hot red and like blush pink, which I had never seen before because they were just announced as fresh colors and then they went out of business. So I got some of those. I want to make like blueberry muffins, so let me know if you want to have like a baking video. Yeah, I'm just trying to do one thing I enjoy every day, get a little crocheting done, and try and get back into a routine. So thanks for coming along with me while I do this. So outside of crocheting, is my mic on? Yes, it is. Okay, had to check. Outside of crocheting, um, as I mentioned, I am actively applying for jobs again and interviewing again. I do have that part-time job, so that's fun. But I have gotten myself back into the gym. I'm going to set myself a number of days per week goal instead of like no hard set goal. I'm just going to try and go 3 to 4 days a week, get back in the gym, get back in my gym routine, do that. Something else I need to work on is eating. Because when I get depressed, I'm the kind of person that doesn't eat. I don't realize I'm hungry. I'll go all day and not eat. And then when I eat, I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't know I was so hungry. And I overeat. I don't eat enough protein. I eat high carbs, high fats, and one meal a day is not enough. So unfortunately, I have gained a bit of weight during this time, these last couple months. Um, I'm not upset about it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not like beating myself up over it. It just gives me another thing to work towards, and I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna try and lose a few healthy pounds. I'm gonna try and make a goal of hitting my protein goal every day. Um, Hitting my step counter every day. If not my step counter, doing at least some form of cardio for 30 minutes every day because I wasn't doing very much cardio. And the days that my hip hurts, I can do the bike, which won't count for steps, but it'll count for cardio. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and get into the gym 3 to 4 times a week. I am taking my other dog on more walks outside, getting some vitamin D, getting some sun, trying to enjoy ourselves a little bit with the emptiness of the home. Um, Sorry. That still just hits and it's hard to say. Um, I'm going to try and just, like I said, do things that I enjoy. There's a few bands coming that I want to see. There's an adult skate night that I want to go to. I'm going to try and roller skate at least once a week and try and teach myself how to do different things. But that's the plan. And I'm going to try and bring you guys along for the crocheting, for the eating, for the working out. I'm going to try and bring you along for all of it. And I hope you enjoy it. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't been posting. I've just been dealing with life. Life happens, and I'm going to try and get back on schedule. If you are interested in seeing my journey of getting out of this funk and depression and getting back to what I like to call a baseline normal, subscribe, like this video. I'm going to be posting crochet stuff. I'm going to be posting gym stuff, not like workouts and things, just, time that I go to the gym within my vlogs. I might be posting cooking stuff. I don't know. I am just trying to rediscover joy because I am, for the first time in 11 years, without my best friend, and it is a lot. So it's like, I feel like I am learning how to live a whole new life. Even though the majority of my life is the same and not a lot has changed, my whole world feels different. So I'm going to learn how to live without him, and I'm going to get back to a baseline normal and make the best of every day. So if you'd like to follow along on that, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see. It might just be rambling like this. We don't know. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next week, hopefully.